Hello and welcome back to day 6 of our Freedom Retreat. Lovely to see you again. And today I'm going to be talking about hope. Now it's got a bit of a bad name in the last few decades in our super sophisticated Western world, where it might be seen as something that's a bit naive, a bit unrealistic, or this kind of transactional idea that if you hope for something, you're increasing your stake and therefore you're going to have to pay a higher price or be more disappointed. So better to just not hope, and then there's no disappointment. But there's a lot of evidence about the value of hope, from career outcomes. That's the single biggest factor influencing college students' eventual career success, more than IQ. Also, obviously, in health areas, in mental health recovery, it's a critical factor. If there's no hope, then it's very difficult for anything else to happen. And also in physical recovery, from heart operations, for example, hope is a supportive factor. And for cancer too, for cancer patients' survival rate. So all of us can be in a better position if we feel more hopeful. We can have a stronger immune system, more resilience, more peace of mind, all things that are always useful and especially useful at the moment. So what can we do to feel more sense of hope? What would be interesting to do today, if you have the chance, is to make a bit of a list of some of the things that you do and see which ones tend to increase your sense of hope and which ones tend to decrease it. You know, for example, some of the people you hang out with or have contact with, some of them will make you feel more hopeful and some of them will just make you feel a bit drained and hopeless. And the same with activities. It can be really tempting, especially when you have time on our hands, to indulge in activities like binge watching or playing a game on a computer over and over and over again until it's a kind of mindless activity. And it seems like a way to pass the time, but afterwards just check in with yourself. Do you feel more hopeful or less hopeful for what you've been doing, compared to, say, making a cake or drawing a picture, or hanging out with somebody online who inspires you? Maybe watching something on TV, but watching an inspirational documentary or something about the natural world. Just notice as you go about the day, what is it like for you? What's your personal hope recipe? And just to get in a good position to be able to do that, sorry, mosquitoes, we're gonna shake. Now, you can go on a retreat, would you believe, and spend 6 hours a day shaking. We are not going to do that. We're going to do a little bit of it. And it might feel a bit silly at first. Let's just start with our hands, because that's easier. Give them a good shake. That's it. Let the fingers go all floppy and rubbery. You might hear some cracking, and there might be some bones cracking. What we're doing when we're shaking, let's bend up to your arms now. So you're actually giving body messages. You might notice if you have any pets at home or you watch animals on TV, then when something happens to them that makes them feel a bit bad, gives them a bit of a fright or gives them some fear, they'll do that, yeah? Dogs will shake it off. And they're clearing the emotional energy from their system so it's not stuck in there causing trouble. And we don't do much shaking, do we? Maybe you do. A lot of tribal dancing in Africa involves an awful lot of shaking. Shaking your bum, shaking your boobs, shaking everything. As you shake more and more, you feel that you're letting go of tension. You're letting it out of your system. You're giving up the idea that you have to look all in control and all tied up. You're just letting it all hang out. Doesn't matter how silly it looks. It matters how good it makes you feel. Imagine your kidneys hanging from the nipple. place where they are at the bottom of your back. Give them a good shake. They love it. When your kidneys aren't happy, you're not happy, you know. That's what wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning worried. It's the kidneys trying to deal with all the worry chemicals in your body. So shake them out instead. Shake it out now. And then you haven't got to have it any longer. And you can do this as long as you like after the video's ended. And you get the whole family shaking. So who's the shakiest? Who's the wobbliest? Feel that belly fat wobbling about. It's good for it. It stimulates the blood flow. Stimulates the lymph system, which is clearing all the toxins out of your body. It's good for your energetic body too. Probably uses up calories. And it's definitely good for your emotional body. Oh, I feel a tingling. I think it's a tingling. I feel like I've been sluiced through, washed through. Let go. And just take a minute, a couple of breaths to enjoy that sensation, to integrate in your whole body, in your whole sense of being, just what that shaking has done for you. To recognize what shaking could do for you more often. Shake it out. So yeah, for the rest of the day, bear in mind that hope thing. Just observe. No judgment. This is not saying your lifestyle is right or wrong. It's just an observation. You go, that gives me a bit more hope. That gives me a bit less. Maybe that might start to shift where you want to put your energy, spend your time. Maybe it won't. It's just information. It's up to you what you do with it. So I hope I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.